What's up, guys? Travis here again with Lucky Tackle Box. It's shorts and t-shirt weather, and that means those largemouth are starting to move to the back of the coves to get ready to spawn. But before they do so, they stop at different transition areas on the way to the back to really feed up before they start their spawn. One of their favorite things to relate to is wood, whether it's trees or brush piles. So today, we're gonna use V&M's brand new bait, the J-Bug, paired up with their Swim Jig to locate this different wood out there and swim this bait right over and along these tree limbs to try to entice some of these bigger largemouth that are looking to feed up before the spawn. So let's break down this technique, starting with rigging. What's great about the J-Bug is the appendages. So as you're dragging that thing through the water column, those appendages are giving a real lifelike kicking action. Then you pair it up with a Swim Jig and you have a very weedless, bigger profile bait that these fish are really keying into. I spool up with 12 to 17 pound Seaguar mono or fluorocarbon line. You're fishing around a lot of cover, so you want to make sure you have enough line to really bang that wood and stuff to be able to pull those fish out without breaking off. Then I pair that on a medium speed gear ratio, like this Daiwa Tattoo is 6.3 to 1. And lastly, I put that on Castaway 6'10" medium action rod. I need enough backbone to really get those hook sets from far off, but I need that tip, that sensitive tip, because I've got to feel all the wood down there. If you're not feeling it come through the branches or that brush, you're not gonna know if you're in the right spot, and you're not gonna have success with this. Okay, retrieval. Making long casts, okay? And I let that bait sink on slack line. What I'm doing when that's sinking is I'm doing a countdown. Okay guys, the countdown method. I wanna put my boat in 10 feet of water and I wanna let my bait drop all the way down. While this bait is falling, I wanna count 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and whenever it hits the bottom, that's how long it takes to get to the bottom. So I know that every 4 1,000ths of a second, that bait is sinking 10 feet. This is important because if I'm fishing 20, 25 feet and those trees are coming up to about 16 feet, I know that I need to count down about 5 to 6 seconds before I start reeling, so that bait is coming right through the tops of those trees. I know that these tree limbs are sticking up in about 6 feet of water, so I give it about 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 count. Then with my rod tip down, I want to slowly retrieve this bait. What I'm doing is I'm trying to feel those tree limbs. If I'm not feeling those branches or that brush down there, then I'm not in the right spot. But right now I'm feeling a branch, so I'm going through the right area. And right when that releases, oh, see, I'm caught up there, it just came through. That's where I should get bit. Right when that bait comes over that tree limb, I want to slow down that retrieve real quick, because what it's done is it just sprang forward, the little legs kicked, and that's a lot of times what triggers these fish, and that's exactly where these fish are right now. So once I've gotten this bait back to the boat, I just move over about another 20 to 30 feet and repeat the process. If you're not feeling tree limbs down there, you've got to keep moving. It's very important that you're feeling the bait come through those branches. He came right at the boat. Come on, baby, come on. There he is. Location. We know that these fish are moving to the back of these creek channels to spawn, right? Well, as they move back there, they're gonna move up to staging areas, which are areas where they can really feed up on their way into the back of these creeks. So trees and brush piles, any kind of wood is absolutely ideal for largemouth this time of the year, because they will suspend in these branches. And yes, I said suspend. You guys, most of the time when you're flipping jigs and stuff up shallow on trees and stuff, you're looking, you know, fish are usually related around the base of those trees. When they're out here staging up, these fish are gonna be relating up in the branches and stuff. That's why this Swim Jig is perfect to swim through these branches and stuff, because this mimics what these fish are looking for, is bait swimming in through these branches and stuff, and they can really feed up. Okay, so we're about, all right guys, so we're about halfway to the back of this creek channel here. And so this is a secondary point and there's wood. As we came by the first time, we saw a bunch of wood hanging off the side of this. So what I'm doing is I have the boat positioned so that I can go through all the tree limbs down there. I got that rod tip down and I'm just slowly working this bait. I want to hit the tops of those limbs. And anytime I feel that bait hit any limbs, so, oh, it's loaded up right now. Once it breaks, oh, there we go. Oh, I made a tree limb. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Oh man, what happened is that fish hit it, but when I set, I also had the weight of the tree as well in there, man. But holy cow, guys. It's a blast coming out and fishing these trees. Basically, you know what these largemouth are doing. They're heading to the back of the coves to spawn. But before they do so, they've got to make the stops to the different wood. So it's all about intercepting where they're at. I'm gonna keep making casts at this. Hopefully I'll catch some more fish. But you guys, if you enjoyed this video or it helps you out at all, give us a thumbs up and make sure you leave a comment. Also, for any of the details on the equipment we use in these videos, look down in the description box below. There should be some links. Later.